Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Sorry for that. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we should be good now. So let's go ahead and just get started. Why don't we? Well, let me get my squad back in here. Alright, now let's go ahead and get started. Still didn't end up with one of the two primary positions for a Joltik outbreak today, but this one seems like it could be a little bit more promising than the one from yesterday. Not necessarily in the number of spawns, but moreover in the fact that I don't think any of them are going to spawn by any of the charge stones for the lighting to be super duper weird. So we shouldn't have any difficulty with that, at least. So it will be pretty much, if we're certain there's a shiny, then there's a shiny. That's about it. They're also pretty much funneled into this one little segment right here. So there shouldn't really be anything spawning behind me. So not a whole lot of a need to look around. It's just going to be either it's in front of us or it's not. So hopefully that will make for a little bit of a quicker check each time. Okay. Now, granted, I guess there is potential for there to be a spawn or two that will be like behind the rocks over there. It's possible, but not much I can really do about that. The likelihood of anything spawning back there and being shiny is not like super duper high, so I think we're okay. If I miss a shiny somehow because of that, I just do. There's not really much I can do about it, unfortunately. It's definitely not worth the time to go around and check just for it to not end up being shiny. I see a little Chespin's head popping out there, though. Right at that corner does make me potentially think that that might be a shiny that's standing in between those rocks up on top of them. I think that one's a shiny, though. Yes, it is. Alright, first one for today. It has a mark as well. Alright. Good stuff. Okay. Not seeing anything here. The only other issue is that I know I was in a little bit of a sweet spot previously, so I don't know. I think there are some spots that do make the spawns a little bit more awkward. Just a smidge. It's kind of difficult, and I know there's also like a weird... Yeah, like very tight-knit area where the game is happy to let me open a picnic, and another area where it's not so happy to do so. Well, I guess as per usual, the cloudy weather is going to not really do me any favors. I really wish that that wasn't a thing. I wish that a lot of these, well, in general, this entire hunt wasn't just me doing the same outbreak over and over and having one general thing that makes almost each and every target a little difficult in their own special way. But it's kind of the same thing for the big jumbo mark hunt as well. So it just kind of is what it is. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. Other than keep looking and hope that I get lucky. happen eventually. The only way it won't is if I give up. This spot is pretty good though, honestly. When the normal lighting is in effect and it's not the cloudy weather, this is actually a pretty good spot to be able to look at all the Joltik. Because even super far in the distance, it makes it very obvious whenever the shiny spawns in. Right. The distance is very weird though, because sometimes like that Excadrill's claw almost kind of made me think it might have been a shiny Joltik, but it's just the fact that it's a lighter color so super duper far away. Does make it a teensy bit difficult to be certain, but I mean obviously it just takes me a second to you know, pick up on the fact that like, okay, yeah, that's an Excadrill walking right there. It has two hands, so that's probably one of them. It's not a Joltik, it's just metal reflecting light. That's why it looks lighter colored. I don't know why I even bother to keep moving my camera around. I don't really think it's doing much. I mean, it gives me a little bit of an angle around the rocks, just a smidge, but not like a whole bunch. So I guess it does make a difference a little bit. Makes a little bit of an impact. Gives me certainty on one or two more Joltik each time. Although I don't really know if it's necessarily worth the time, but maybe. Who knows? Okie dokie. Seems to be a trend. I hope that it does not stick around to be a trend today like it was yesterday, where it's one shiny majority of the time pretty early on into the sandwich, and then just a whole bunch of nothing. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, see the Joltik that are like way, way, way in the back there are a little difficult to tell. Because they are having some charge stone lighting on them. They're about as tiny and blurry as they can be. It's just an Alakid. Okay. Do. Let's take a look at our mark, why don't we, just to check. Uncommon mark. Kind of just blitzed through that. Nothing special. Group spawn of Chespin, so we're probably going to have a little bit fewer Joltik than normal. 12 more minutes. Okay. do. Ultrace is taking its time to pop up and then disappear. Don't really know what's going on with that. The way they didn't throw out all the Pokeballs, I guess the picnic gets reset so quickly now that he doesn't have time to spawn him in before the picnic's gone, and then it's like, oh shoot, it's supposed to be out of here. Yeah, I guess Rowlet hasn't even been making it out of the Pokeball at all. That's how quick it is. Good old Switch 2. Fixing a bunch of our problems. Okay. Too much going on right now, unfortunately. 8.5 more minutes. Only the one shiny to speak of so far, which is fine as long as it doesn't stay that way for the sandwiches going further. If we can get some that'll have more than one. Or at least more than 0. Would not like to have a repeat of yesterday. That would be great. Yesterday was pretty rough on the front of finding shinies. I'm speaking too soon. There's one right here. Well, these little guys are actually surprisingly spread out sometimes, but this one looks pretty small as well. She's got some promise, potentially. Hello. My OBS chat is like heavily delayed for YouTube chat because I saw that on the stream overlay well before it popped up in my own multi-chat tracker. Have anything else to say, or are you just saying hi? You know, the sad reality about this type of hunt too is that the ones that are actually like better, the targets that are better to find shiny more easily are actually the ones that are more boring because it's better, but which means that you can just do picnic resets and that's it. The outbreaks that aren't as good require you to kind of walk around and move and be at least a little bit more active, which in turn makes the hunt at least a little less bland feeling, because at least I'm doing something. Dude, why is the chat so delayed for this thing though? What is going on? Still not popping up, and just the way that my OBS is laid out, it's making it really hard to read because it's so small. Looking at houses, doing great job. Just keep streaming constantly and you will get more audience. Yeah, I hope so. That's the plan. Gotta get more traction on YouTube from shiny hunting stuff too, and also in the next shiny hunting video, make sure to comment on the fact that I'm doing YouTube streaming now as well to hopefully open it up a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, right now the main problem is in the grand scheme of things as far as streaming is concerned, 2,000 people or so is really not like a massive amount of people. I mean, I would say that arguably a general like Twitch streamer and YouTube person probably has like maximum 10% of their YouTube subscriber base that watches them regularly on stream, and that's being generous. So by that token, 2,000 is very small in comparison, and also a majority of them are just people that subscribe for shorts, and typically if people subscribe from a short, that's more than likely the only content they're going to end up watching. It's just shorts that you post. Which is a little bit sad, but I mean, better than nothing, A, and B, it does still open the opportunity for some people to bleed through to larger videos. I genuinely do not understand what the heck is going on here. It is just like not popping up any of the messages. Those previous 3 didn't even show up. All I have is hello still. Well, yeah, I mean, if it got to the point where this was something that I was doing more frequently and there was legitimately something to do every day, which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, shiny hunting is. Although I would probably have some days to play other games, but if that was legitimately, like, this was the business model and I didn't have to edit my own videos, if I was successful enough to pay somebody to edit, at least to some degree, or if I could just get down a consistent metric and have more ease of access of editing things and had more of a style and flow going to make editing things more easy going, then yeah, I would probably stream every day too. It's also varied though, because I mean, like in Sim, I don't really think he doesn't do anything. He doesn't really need to do anything else. He doesn't have any like little funny editing quirks. I don't even think, I mean, I don't know, does he transcribe anything? Does he even have like his own dialogue pop up on the screen? He literally just uploads like a VOD and maybe cuts bits and pieces where he maybe takes a super duper long amount of time to figure something out, maybe, and that's it. So I mean, that formula is pretty cut and dry and easy. Okay, my YouTube chat's popping up again since I turned it on and off, but it's still super giga delayed. So I didn't even read the thing that you just typed. I don't know if it's gonna pop up or not. Yeah, that's what I mean. He just has to play the game and then... Hold on. Another shiny Joltik. This one is... probably spawned in after the sandwich boost was over. Hooray. Brother, this is not working out well for me. I don't understand why the chat isn't popping up in my frickin' thing. This is terrible. Why is it doing this? Okay, so it's just like, I don't know, man. My YouTube chat is being really wonky. It popped up the last one, but... Yeah, I know that, but what I'm saying is him playing the game and the game having a story or him just doing something, regardless of what it is, all he has to do is play the game and he's live reacting to it because he's playing it live, whatever, and then he just uploads it. Whether he cuts the VOD or he doesn't cut the VOD, that's literally all he has to do is just go in and say, this chunk was boring, cut it out. It took too long, get rid of it. All you have to do is just put it in Premiere, download the VOD, put it in Premiere, chop the footage where it takes too long if you wanted to, or if you wanted to just splice little pieces. He doesn't even have to go through the editing thing of like how some of the other people we watch do, where he has to split it up and say, oh, they make a joke, put up a funny picture, or transcribe some of the stuff that they're saying to give it a little bit more impact. It's literally just, boom, there it is. It's super easy. It's a very easy formula. I have to go through, shiny hunt the thing, take forever to find it, and then I have to go and splice it together and come up with a script to make it more interesting instead of just, I stood still and clicked the same buttons over and over again until I found a shiny 5 million times. I have to find clips that where something else happens and allude to it and kind of give it, because even if I just did that and say, I shiny hunted a thing, I stood there and waited, here's a little bit of footage of me standing there waiting, and then boom, there's the shiny, I go and check it with the NPC, it has the mark, the end. It's not entertaining. I have to work to make it entertaining. I mean, obviously he does too by reacting to the game and playing it, but I don't necessarily think it's quite as difficult. Yeah, I don't really like that either. I think that's kind of, I mean, it is what it is for the sake of streaming it, but it is kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a good and bad thing for the sake of specifically the games that he's playing. It's kind of like, okay, it's supposed to be a puzzle that you're supposed to remember. That's what the developers intended, but now it's just like, hey, somebody in chat, just write that down for me and then tell me again whenever we get there. So it's interactive for his chat, but it also kind of takes away from the aspect of it being like a puzzle or something. Although I guess, granted, you can just think and take a picture of it with your phone. Not like it matters too terribly much. Like, I don't even know if he has, like, Twitch alerts or anything. I don't know if he has, like, channel point rewards to, like, make a scary noise or something. I don't know. I haven't seen anything like that, so feels like the interactivity is pretty much just people talking about the game. I mean, that's just streaming in general, but the aspect of being big enough to have an audience, stream, upload it to YouTube, capitalize on the types of people that enjoy either form of content. It's like the videos are essentially just I'm watching the stream, but on my own time. And I can pause it whenever I want. It's not happening right now. The trade-off is I'm not one of those people that can actively say, oh, hey, here's, I remembered this code for you for a puzzle. Okay, cool. That's about it, really. It doesn't really amount to much else. I'm not counting that last Joltik since I'm pretty sure it spawned in after the sandwich was over. Actually, you know what? Whatever. Who cares? We'll put it in there. It's only one. It's not like it makes a whole huge amount of a difference. And I mean, it's possible it could have been, but I'm gonna go with not as likely. I'm gonna be right back though. All right. Let's get back to it. All of my other commands still work, but who knows? Oh, of course not. I do not understand why they all got reset, but apparently they did. So, it is what it is. Not like I had very many, like, commands, though, so it's not like a huge ordeal. Okay. Alrighty then. Did I mark those other ones? I don't think I did. No, I did. Hi, Lily Beans. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. How are you doing today? Let me know if I pronounced that right. I know I said it kind of weird. I read it as beans at first, and then I realized it was bins, so I kind of said it weird. But Lily Bins, that is correct. Today is Friday, yes. I need to figure out why my multi-chat is like not populating this. It's being really annoying. Yeah, you can still pull up Twitch to use the emotes. Just open it on YouTube for ease of access, or what? Could technically do both if you put one of them on the TV, but I think I don't know. I don't know if that'd be distracting for you. I guess I must have scared them away by saying their name like a psychopath. They dropped the follow and dipped. Or maybe they came from YouTube and just clicked the follow button and they're not even actually actively in the chat. It's also possible. They might not have clicked on the stream, just clicked follow and then closed the tab. Happens occasionally. Is that? I think so. No, it's just super duper duper far away. Yeah, that was also normal, right? Yeah. Yeah. No real telling if YouTube will ever actually be bothered to do anything like that, but I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, Ludwig has like a programmer that's part of his team that he pays, and he had him program an extension that allows like Twitch emotes to appear on YouTube or something like that, I think. Maybe not like custom ones, but maybe like some of the standard like third-party Frankerface, better TTV emotes. But I don't know. I don't even know if that's something that he made publicly accessible or if it's just an exclusive Ludwig only thing. Which is also funny because it probably doesn't even really matter all that much now that he is not really a YouTube streamer exclusively anymore. I don't know. I don't know if he's streaming on YouTube at all, though, honestly. He might have just gone back to just Twitch. I can't remember. Ugh. Come on now. Joltik. I'm really hoping for under 90, which is technically possible today as well. Getting to 90 is doable if I can get some good luck. I do not remember where I was positioned previously, but it was not where I kept getting this electro web in my face every time I turned the camera, that's for sure. Yeah, it was probably back here. Well, maybe not, I don't know. I guess I wasn't tilting it up like this. That, or I just wasn't tilting it as much as I am actively doing now. Oh boy. This darn cloudy weather, man. It's so irritating. Genuinely did not think that the one thing that would be the most problematic for while looking for Joltik would be the weather affecting the lighting inside of a cave. Kind of bonkers. A little bit goofy even. Just a smidge. This is gonna be a normal one again, right? Yes, it is. Okay, maybe I need to be a little bit more positioned here so that I can see a lot more of them behind the rock back there as well. There's actually quite a few of them that are spawning back there, it looks like. And I can just turn my camera this way, get a better look at some of those. Is it spawning around the corner there? It doesn't look like. Non-Joltiks, if anything. Joltik, my little friend, where you at? Yeah, man, this cloudy weather is really being obnoxious right now. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Sheesh. Do. Come on now, where's it at? Where's the Joltik? Forward a little bit or something, because I swear I had a different angle. I must have been. I had to have been like here or something. Yeah, I was definitely like right here before. That's why it was feeling a little bit more awkward. I get realistically about the same amount of spawns. I just feel like they're more condensed when I'm here somehow, which is kind of crazy. Really like the sun to come back out in full swing though, and the clouds to go away. Fortunately, I think cloudy skies is like the most common type of weather. That's a shiny Joltik right here in the front though. All right. There we go. That's number 80. Yeah, see, during cloudy weather, it does still almost kind of look yellow, which is really not ideal. I mean, it still stood out. It was still different, but it is a little bit more difficult to spot. Okay, there we go. Back to clear skies. That's what we like. That's what we like to see now. Do, 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 do. Alrighty. 7.5 more minutes. Do, do, do. Is this one way back here, or is that just lighting? Nope. Lighting shift into cloudy weather. Oh, yay. Do. This is the lighting again. Yep. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. 4 more minutes. That's another shiny right there. Another marked one as well. Also another fairly small looking one, I would say. We're getting close to 90 encounters. Hopefully we'll find it here soon. Trying to get back into my spot, little guy, if you would be so kind. Dropping this picnic table right on your head. Oh, that Joltik just like shifted over into the other one. That was a little strange. That isn't right. No. And I'm telling you, this cloudy weather just makes it a lot more difficult. Alright, it's clearing up again. There's 60 seconds left. Clear skies to hopefully find another little guys. Well, I highly doubt it, because it's essentially like 40 more spawns, give or take. Even fewer if I get distracted and then get brought into a battle like that, though. So, you know, that's also really good. It's actually great. It's just what I wanted. Maybe I just shouldn't be an idiot and distract myself for nothing. Just an idea. Yeah, it's probably going to be the last check. So I'm real quick about it. This is it. Boom, sandwich is over. Okay then. 2 more to check. Let's see what we got. I haven't been paying too much attention, but the loading screen is practically instant. Alright, good sight smaller than average. How about that last one? Another pint-sized powerhouse. So, yep, that one was close. Alright, let's see what mark that this one had. Sleepy time. I guess I didn't mark those two previously. Alright. Return to the Chargestone Cavern we go. Let me check something here real quick. Okay. Alrighty, next sandwich is underway. Alright, let's get it going. I know this is sandwich number 3. Do 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 do. Yeah, maybe step back just a smidge. I think it would be cool to have Pokemon spawn in like a few different ways depending on the type of Pokemon. Like, I think it would be cool if you had like Joltik and Galvantula, for example. Some of them like kind of spawning along the walls and the ceilings and stuff. I think that would be fun. I do have a couple of like the Volibee that are in the nests, but I don't think you can interact with those ones, so they don't really count as anything. I think they're just kind of like background decorations in the same way that the webs and the charge stones and stuff are. It's just a full-on Pokemon that qualifies. Same as like the Squawkabillies that spawn on your house at the start of the game and stuff like that. Although those Squawkabilly are encounterable, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know, maybe the Volibee are programmed like a normal one. Oh, speaking of, here's a shiny Joltik. Alright. Seem to be getting a lot of females today. A lot of shiny female Joltik right now going on. Yeah, every single one so far today, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Volibee are encounterable technically, but there's just no real way to encounter them. They're too high up for you to be able to right trigger to throw your Pokemon at them, and you can't jump on top of them because it does the thing where your Koraidon or Miraidon like staggers backwards. Wait, that's another one, isn't it, right? Yeah, that's a shiny Joltik for sure. Another female. And another very, very small looking one. Alright, well, we are 7 for 7 with female encounters today. Got a little quick 2 encounters right there. Very nice. Like to see that. Let's keep it up. Jumping the gun just a little bit. 25 minutes. 2 shinies in 5 minutes. If I could do that every 5 minutes, this hunt would probably already be over for this Joltik at this rate. I mean, heck, even if we do that for the rest of this, that's another 10 encounters right there. Very, very extremely unlikely to happen, though. Would be kind of cool. Trying to think. I think the most shinies I've gotten in a 30-minute span for a sandwich has been 6, maybe 7. I definitely know before the Switch 2, it was 4 was the cap that I had the best luck at finding. But I think since I've been able to get 6 in one go. Maybe 7, maybe 8? I don't remember exactly. But I do know for sure I have had more than 4 a couple of times since the Switch 2's release. Not like it's super duper frequent of an occurrence, but on occasion it has happened. Finding 10 in one sandwich would be crazy, though. Wait, is that another one? I think that... No, that is just the lighting again, man. I know that the lighting was shifting, but that one actually, like, full-on looked like it might have been. Man. Shenanigans. Do. It's just the lighting again, isn't it? Yes, indeed it is. So ridiculous, man. Because the light is like almost just a blinding white, but as soon as, for whatever reason, the overcast weather affects the lighting, it starts to make like the outline of the Joltiks look more blue. Which, when coupled with the yellow of its actual body, makes it look kind of green. Do do. Okay. This is ridiculous. Just 1 second here. All right. Okay. 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 Hey, there's a shiny Joltik. Another female. Another very small one again as well. This one looks pretty promising also. Okay. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Up a little bit further. 6 minutes left. Okay. 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 Three minutes. And we're back to cloudy weather. Oh, that's still not another shiny either. Nope, nope, nope. I don't know if I'm finding another shiny here or not. Got a minute and a half left. Ending with the cloudy weather in effect is not ideal. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time for this, but I clicked it, so I have to do it anyways. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and check these guys and see what's up. This whole row was from earlier, or is it not? I don't know, whatever. I'll just go ahead and check this one. Okay. Pint-sized powerhouse. Good site, smaller than average. And this last one, I believe, was also fairly small. Another pint-sized powerhouse. No additional marks. Check something out here real quick. Oh, there's a shiny Choodle. That's completely random. Okay. Alrighty. Okie dokie. All right. Let's go ahead and save first. I might have just done that, but I do not recall. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Do 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 do. Okie dokie. Guess it is kind of hard to compete whenever there is a world record shiny hunting event going on at the same time that I'm doing this. Not as a participant. Do 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 do. Okay. Okie dokie. Alright. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and call it for the day here. I've got some projects I need to work on, and I'm getting a little antsy, so I'm gonna go work on that. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you for the next stream. See you later.